They say age is just a number, but how do we make those numbers count for vitality, not just years? I'm 94, living strong, alone. My secret isn't magic, it's the dawn. Stay with me because the last habit I share, it's the bedrock of it all. You won't want to miss this. Sunrise stillness. The world can be a loud place, can't it? Even when you live by yourself, as I do, the echoes of yesterday and the worries for tomorrow can create their own kind of noise within the mind. That is why the very first thing I cultivate each morning, before the sun even considers painting the sky, is a profound stillness. It's not about forcing the mind to be empty. That's a common misunderstanding, a struggle that often leads to more agitation. No, this stillness is an invitation. It's an opening of a space within, a gentle observation post where I can watch the world, both inner and outer, without being swept away by its currents. I rise slowly, deliberately. There is no rush in these sacred moments. The body at 94 years appreciates a gentle awakening, a considered movement from the realm of dreams back into the waking world. I don't jolt myself into alertness with jarring alarms or frantic thoughts about the day's tasks. Instead, I allow consciousness to return softly, like a feather settling. Once I am up, usually before the first hint of light, I find my way to my simple chair by the window. I don't turn on the lights. I let the darkness cradle me for a little while longer. There's a unique peace in that pre-dawn quiet, a sense that the world is still holding its breath, and in that quiet, it's easier to hear the subtle whispers of your own being. I sit, and I simply am. My hands rest gently in my lap. My breath, I notice it. I don't try to change it, not at first. Just notice its rhythm, its depth, or its shallowness. It's a messenger, the breath, telling you about your inner state. Is it hurried? Is it calm? This simple act of noticing without judgment is the beginning of true self-awareness. It's the foundation upon which the strength for the day is built. This isn't about grand spiritual gymnastics. It's about touching base with the very essence of your life force. In this quiet, I often reflect on the simple fact of existence. Another day. What a profound gift. It's easy to forget, isn't it, in the hustle of life or even in the quiet routines of solitude. But here, in the stillness, gratitude arises naturally, not a forced recitation, but a genuine welling up from within. Gratitude for the breath, for the quiet room, for the life that still flows through these old veins. This isn't a passive state, it's an active engagement with the present moment, a conscious choice to begin the day anchored rather than adrift. Sometimes thoughts will come, plans, memories, even anxieties. I let them drift by, like clouds in the sky. I am the sky, not the clouds. This understanding, cultivated daily, brings an immense sense of freedom and resilience. It teaches you that you are not your thoughts, you are the awareness behind them. This practice, this sunrise stillness, it doesn't require special equipment or a specific location, though consistency in place can help. It only requires your willingness to be present. For perhaps 10 minutes, maybe 20, sometimes longer if the stillness feels particularly deep. It sets the tone for everything that follows. It's like tuning an instrument. If you start the day with your inner instrument out of tune, the music of your day will be discordant. But if you take these few moments to gently tune yourself, to find that inner harmony, the rest of the day flows with a different quality, a quiet strength, a gentle clarity. It's the difference between reacting to the world from a place of agitation and responding to it from a place of centered peace. And believe me, after 9 decades of living, responding with peace is always the wiser, healthier path. This simple act of sitting, breathing, and being, it's a powerful anchor in the often turbulent waters of life. It's the quiet before the storm, not in a fearful way, but in a way that prepares you to weather any storm with grace. Life elixir. After the period of stillness, as the very first light begins to tentatively touch the horizon, my next ritual begins. It is simple, humble, yet I consider it one of the most vital acts of self-care I perform each day. The preparation and consumption of warm water. Some may hear this and think, water, that's it? But the wisdom of life often lies not in complexity, but in the profound power of simple, consistent actions. For countless years, this has been my internal bath, a gentle cleansing and awakening for the systems that have carried me through so many seasons. I don't reach for coffee or tea immediately. Those can come later, if at all. The first thing that passes my lips is pure, warm water. Not hot, not cold, but pleasantly warm, like a gentle embrace for the internal body. The preparation itself is a mindful act. I move to my small kitchen, the quiet of the morning still enveloping the house. I heat the water slowly. As it warms, I am present with the process. It's another small meditation. The sound of the flame, the gradual warming of the pot, these are anchors to the now. Often I will add a thin slice of fresh ginger or a small squeeze of lemon, depending on how I feel or the season. Ginger, with its warming properties, is wonderful for circulation and digestion, especially as the body ages. Lemon offers a gentle detoxification and a boost of vitamin C. But even plain warm water holds immense benefits. It rehydrates the body after the night's rest, during which even in sleep, we lose fluids. It gently stimulates the digestive system, preparing it for the first meal of the day, waking up the organs without a harsh jolt. Think of a plant. If you give a plant cold water, especially a delicate one, it can experience a shock. Our internal systems are not so different. Warm water is received more kindly. It helps to flush out toxins that may have accumulated overnight. It can improve circulation, ease constipation, and even contribute to a clearer complexion over time. These are not dramatic overnight changes, but the slow, steady accumulation of benefits that contribute to long-term well-being. It's about treating your body with respect and understanding, working with its natural processes rather than against them. This simple glass of warm water is a gesture of kindness to myself, a signal that I am tending to my inner garden. It's a moment of purification, a clearing of the pathways. I sip it slowly, not gulping it down. Again, the act of consumption is as important as the substance itself. I sit, often still by the window, and watch as the dawn fully breaks. Each sip is savored. I feel the warmth spreading through my chest, my abdomen. It's a comforting, grounding sensation. This ritual connects me to ancient traditions. Many cultures have long understood the healing properties of warm water consumed in the morning. It's not a new age fad. It's timeless wisdom. In our modern world, we are often looking for the next sophisticated supplement, the complex solution. But sometimes, the most profound answers are the simplest ones, the ones that have stood the test of time. This morning elixir, as I like to call it, it costs almost nothing, takes only a few minutes, yet its contribution to my continued health and vitality is immeasurable. It's a daily renewal, a gentle reset button for the body, preparing it to receive the nourishment and experiences of the new day with openness and efficiency. It's a small habit, yes, but life is built upon such small, consistent, and loving habits. Body wisdom. Once my inner systems have been gently awakened with warm water, I turn my attention to the physical vessel that carries me, this body that has served me for 94 years. It is not about strenuous exercise or pushing myself to limits that are no longer appropriate. Instead, it is about listening to my body's wisdom and engaging in gentle, mindful movement. This isn't a workout to be endured. It's a conversation, a dance with an old friend. The aim is to encourage flexibility, maintain a degree of strength, stimulate circulation, and most importantly, to cultivate a harmonious connection between mind and body. For me, this often takes the form of simple stretches, some basic qigong movements, or even just slow, deliberate walking around my home and garden, if the weather permits. The key is consistency and awareness, not intensity or duration. I begin by standing, feeling my feet connected to the earth. There's a grounding in that simple sensation. I take a few deep, conscious breaths, allowing the oxygen to fill my lungs, to invigorate my cells. Then, I start with gentle movements of the neck, slowly turning from side to side, tilting ear to shoulder. These old joints appreciate a soft invitation to move, not a demand. I move to my shoulders, rolling them forwards and backwards, releasing any tension that might have accumulated there. Then the arms, reaching up, stretching out, feeling the expansion in the chest. Each movement is slow, coordinated with the breath, inhaling as I extend, exhaling as I release. This synchronicity of breath and movement is crucial. It transforms simple exercise into a moving meditation. It brings the mind into the present moment, focusing it on the sensations within the body rather than letting it wander off into distracting thoughts. I might do some gentle spinal twists, careful to support my back. These help to maintain flexibility in the spine, which is so important for overall mobility and well-being. Perhaps some slow knee bends, holding onto a chair for support if needed. There is no shame in acknowledging one's current capabilities and working within them. The ego that demands we perform as we did decades ago is a hindrance to true health. Wisdom lies in adaptation, in finding joy and benefit in what is possible now. Sometimes, if I feel a particular stiffness, I will simply breathe into that area, sending it warmth and gentle intention. It's amazing how the body responds to this focused, compassionate attention. It's not about fighting against the body's limitations, but working with them, gently encouraging suppleness and ease. The Qigong movements I practice are simple forms I have learned over the years. They are designed to cultivate and balance the body's vital energy, or qi. Movements like lifting the sky or pushing the waves. They are slow, flowing, and graceful, and they engage the entire body in a coordinated way. They also have a calming effect on the mind. As I move, I imagine I am gathering fresh, clean energy from my surroundings and letting go of any old, stagnant energy, whether one believes in the literal concept of qi or not. The feeling of well-being, of increased vitality and mental clarity that these movements bring is undeniable. They lubricate the joints, improve balance, which is so crucial as we age, and leave me feeling refreshed and centered, not depleted. This practice is a testament to the idea that true strength is not always about force, but often about flow, resilience, and intelligent cooperation with the natural energies of life. It's honoring the body, not as a machine to be driven, but as a sacred temple that houses our spirit. Inner silence. After tending to the body with gentle movement, the next essential habit is to cultivate inner silence. This may sound similar to the sunrise stillness I spoke of earlier, but it has a different quality, a deeper settling. The initial stillness is about observation and gentle awakening. This period of inner silence is more about intentional quietude, a deliberate turning inwards to connect with that core of peace that resides within each of us, beneath the surface chatter of the mind. In a world that constantly bombards us with information, with noise, with demands on our attention, creating moments of true inner silence is not a luxury. It is a necessity for mental and emotional well-being. It is in this silence that we can hear the subtle guidance of our intuition, find clarity, and recharge our spiritual batteries. For me, this is often a period of simple meditation. I find a comfortable seated position, either back in my chair or sometimes on a cushion on the floor if my body feels able to. The posture is important, upright but not stiff, allowing the energy to flow freely. I close my eyes gently or keep a soft, unfocused gaze, and then I simply sit. The aim is not to stop thoughts. That is an impossible task, like trying to stop the waves of the ocean. The mind is a thinking instrument, that is its nature. Instead, the practice is to not get carried away by the thoughts, to let them come and go without engaging, without judging, without following them down their various rabbit holes. I return my attention again and again, gently to my breath. The sensation of the air entering and leaving my nostrils, or the gentle rise and fall of my abdomen. The breath is my anchor in the present moment, a constant, reliable companion. Sometimes the mind is very busy. Thoughts can be like a troop of chattering monkeys. On other days, it might be calmer. The key is to approach whatever state I find with equanimity, with patience, with a gentle sense of allowing. There is no good or bad meditation in that sense. There is only the practice of returning, of being present. Over time and with consistent practice, moments of deeper silence do begin to emerge. Gaps between thoughts, a sense of spaciousness. In these moments, there is a profound peace, a feeling of connection to something larger than oneself. It is deeply restorative. This isn't about escaping from life, it's about finding a deeper resource within life, a sanctuary that you can always return to, no matter what is happening externally. This practice of inner silence has been my steadfast companion through all of life's ups and downs. It has helped me to navigate grief, to manage anxiety, to find clarity when faced with difficult decisions, and to appreciate more fully the moments of joy. It builds resilience. It's like strengthening an inner muscle. The more you practice accessing this state of inner quiet, the easier it becomes to find it, even in the midst of a busy or challenging day. You might not always have 20 minutes to sit in formal meditation, but even a few moments of conscious, quiet breathing can make a difference. It's about cultivating an inner environment of peace that you can carry with you. This silence is not empty, it is full. It is full of potential, full of peace, full of wisdom. It is the ground from which true strength and clarity grow. For anyone, at any age, this practice is a gift you give yourself, a path to deeper understanding and a more peaceful heart. Simple sustenance. The final morning habit, the one that truly sets the stage for sustained energy and well-being throughout the day, is the way I approach my first meal. After the stillness, the hydration, the movement, and the inner quiet, the body is prepared to receive nourishment. And the principle here, as with so many things that lead to a long and healthy life, is one of nourishing simplicity. I don't believe in complicated diets or restrictive regimes. I believe in wholesome, natural foods, prepared with care and eaten with mindfulness. My breakfast is rarely elaborate, but it is always designed to provide steady energy, to be easy on the digestion, and to offer the nutrients my body needs to thrive, even at this advanced age. It's about quality, not necessarily quantity, and certainly not complexity. Often, my first meal will be something warm and easily digestible, like a small bowl of oatmeal or congee. I might cook the oats with water or a little plant-based milk, perhaps adding some soaked chia seeds for extra fiber and omega-3s, or a few berries for their antioxidants and natural sweetness if they are in season. Sometimes I'll add a sprinkle of cinnamon, which is good for blood sugar regulation, or a few chopped nuts for healthy fats and protein. The key is that the ingredients are simple, whole, and unprocessed as much as possible. I avoid sugary cereals, heavy pastries, or processed breakfast meats. These things can give you a quick spike of energy, but it's often followed by a crash, and they place an unnecessary burden on the digestive system, especially an older one. My aim is sustained energy, clarity of mind, and physical comfort. The act of eating itself is as important as what I eat. I never eat standing up, or rushed, or while distracted by television or other things. I sit at my table. I take a moment to look at my food, to appreciate its colors, its textures, its aroma. This simple act of appreciation, of gratitude for the food before me, aids in digestion. It signals to the body that it is time to receive nourishment. I eat slowly, chewing each mouthful thoroughly. This is something many people overlook, but proper chewing is the first step in good digestion. It breaks down the food mechanically and allows the enzymes in saliva to begin their work. It also gives your stomach time to register fullness, preventing overeating. Eating mindfully means paying attention to the taste, the texture, the sensations. It means listening to your body's signals of hunger and satiety. This approach to my morning meal ensures that I start the day feeling light, yet satisfied and energized, not heavy or sluggish. It provides the building blocks my body needs for repair and maintenance. It supports a stable mood and clear thinking. It's not about deprivation. It's about making conscious, loving choices for myself. And this principle of simple sustenance extends beyond breakfast. Throughout the day, I try to choose foods that are close to their natural state. Plenty of vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes, and lean proteins if I choose them. It's a way of eating that has served me well for many, many decades. It's not a diet in the modern sense of a temporary restriction, but a sustainable way of nourishing myself that supports long-term vitality. This final habit, this mindful, simple nourishment, is perhaps the most tangible way we care for ourselves daily, providing the very fuel that allows all the other practices to flourish, building a foundation of health from the inside out. These morning habits, each one simple in itself, together weave a tapestry of well-being that has supported me through 9 decades of life, allowing me to live alone, yet not in loneliness, but in strength and contentment. They are not chores, but acts of deep self-respect and love. It is the consistency, the gentle discipline that unlocks their power. The stillness connects me to peace. The water cleanses and awakens. The movement keeps my body supple and my energy flowing. The silence centers my mind, and the simple food provides true sustenance. This rhythm, established at dawn, carries me through the day with a quiet resilience and a capacity for joy. It is never too late or too early to begin cultivating such a rhythm in your own life. The most profound changes often begin with the smallest, most consistent steps, taken with intention and care. This is the bedrock, this gentle daily tending to the temple of body and mind. Wow, this was incredibly moving and inspiring. At 94, your wisdom shines so brightly. I've been struggling to find a morning routine that feels nurturing rather than like another chore. The idea of sunrise stillness and body wisdom really resonates. I'm going to try starting with just 10 minutes of quiet sitting tomorrow. Thank you for sharing such profound yet simple truths. It gives me hope that I can cultivate that kind of inner peace too.